And welcome everybody to the Daily Space Weather. I'm your host, Dan, aka Smash-A-Mash, and we'll be looking at the closest star for all you stargazers out there. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Here's the closest star, El Sol, otherwise known as Helios, the local yellow dwarf, the sun, whatever you'd like to call it. And we'll show you a close-up of the most active region, which is the southern hemisphere. First, the colorized magnetogram. We've seen a reduction in solar activity, an increase in the solar wind. Make sure you watch our second daily space weather video of 3 today. We'll be premiering another video right after this, and another one after that, the bonus feature segment. So here is the colorized magnetogram. Not a lot of big changes here. Several named sunspot groups. None are super huge. Likelihood of flares not all that high. Here's the southern hemisphere, the most active portion, and sunspot 2948 will be transiting the earthly region. We've got some large regions rising in the east. 2936 is on its way back around. It's currently on the far side of the sun. The radial flux has dropped below 100. So here is the 1-year chart at the 10.7 centimeter radial flux, this black line here. See, it's all the way down at 97 now. The 10.7 centimeter radial flux. One solar flux unit, folks, is equivalent to 10,000 joules. That's radial flux density. It's the most proportional data set we have to sunspot number, discovered in 1947 by Canadian radio operators. It's an important feature of solar cycle progression. NOAA has completely changed its forecast, bumping back geomagnetic unrest an entire day. NOAA was forecasting a KP4 late in the day on February 19th. Now it's all the way back to February 20th. And make sure you watch our next video. It'll be fields and features with a deeper analysis of that data. Anyway, now NOAA forecasting geomagnetic unrest and geomagnetic storm conditions late on the day of the February 20th. So yeah, completely different forecast there. Let's take a brief look at seismicity. No major quakes over the past 24 hours. Let's get to the bottom of the list here. So some 5 magnitude quakes like a 5.3 at Tonga have happened over the past 24 hours. A deep quake at Ecuador. Another Tongan quake there at a 5.2. Indonesia had a 5.1. .5 there north of New Zealand. That may have been the largest of the past 24 hours. So the 7 magnitude earthquake drought continues, folks. I'll go back to the 90-day chart in a minute. El Salvador saw a 5.1. And Japan saw a 5.1. The Mid-Indian Ridge saw a 5.1. Just remember, folks, any earthquake can be a foreshock, and if you're in an earthquake-prone zone, if you're in an earthquake-prone zone, please have an earthquake plan to be an asset, not a liability. Again, 7 magnitude earthquake drought continuing here on our 90-day chart from volcanodiscovery.com. Popocatépetl is back on the list. I think it's pronounced Popocatépetl based on this accent symbol, but anyway, let's see what else is erupting. That's an image of Popocatépetl, by the way. Subinosejima producing a 3,000-foot ash plume. Popocatépetl producing a 21,000-foot plume of volcanic ash. So now back on the list. Popocatépetl is certainly on my bucket list. Would love to go visit that central Mexican volcano there not far from Mexico City. Fuego producing volcanic emissions in a sporadic fashion as it, quote, mildly, and, quote, explodes. No indication the size of the ash plume from Fuego. Over Guatemala, please don't fly your hang glider over Fuego. Nevado del Ruiz exploding, flight level 210 over Colombia. Sangay exploding, flight level 220 over Ecuador. That's a 22,000-foot ash plume from Sangay. And in that same country, a 15,000-foot ash plume from Revenador. Does that make Ecuador the most volcanic nation in the world? I would say it is. Sabancaya in Peru also producing intermittent emissions of volcanic ash. A reminder to not pole vault the caldera. Here's a reminder to visit our merch site and our homepage. Were you aware that we're in the process of writing a paper to plausibly explain the mechanism underlying the solar sunspot and solar polar field reversal cycles. If you're wondering why sunspots are black and why we see more high-energy X-rays around the limbs of the sun, there are some legit physics explanations for that. If you want to support us, visit our links below the video and on our homepage at smashomash.com. We've opened up all of our merch, so we'll be reducing this list down from 27 items. We've put it in order of best-selling. So thanks everybody who's picked up merch. Thanks everybody who's Mansa-ing, making America not suck again. Thanks to everybody who's Mensa-ing, making Earth not suck again. I would say to each one of you, Universum Liberate. To quote Rush, if I could wave my magic wand, I'd set everybody free. Consider becoming a member of the Smash Team if you'd like to support us Patreon style. We replaced Patreon with a superior website, our own, and we've recently put up some posts only for gold or silver members. The GDAX daily reports are only for gold and silver, and the Against the Grain post is only for gold level members. Thanks to the gold level Smash Team members. Thanks to everybody who viewed the content. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. May that solar wind be at your back. I'm out, and I'll have been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-O-Mash, signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted name in the news.